and welcome to the Weedsport Speedway Off Track Live here on a beautiful June afternoon at the port. Along with Rich Vleck in the pits and Dan Kapuscinski, I'm the voice Shane Andrews. And Dan, what a gorgeous night Mother Nature has finally given us here at the port.
I know, June 9th, 6-9, a nice day here at Weedsport. We've got the All-Star Sprint cars on hand, big block modifieds. It's an absolutely beautiful afternoon and lots of great racing on tap.
As Dan mentioned, big block modifieds are here tonight. The Sterling Lubricants Champion Oil competition starts up in Tony Stewart's All-Star Circuit of Champions 410 sprint cars, and the pits are filling up.
They really are. A full field of 410 sprint cars. They were here, Shane, as early as I believe 1:30 or 2 o'clock this afternoon, filing in from a race they ran last night at State Line. So we've got a packed house of 410 and 360 sprint cars. The modifieds have been filing in as well. Point leader Eric Rudolph in the pit area ready to go. So we are stacked top to bottom this afternoon.
You know, we encourage everybody to get a hold of us. Throw Dan and I a question. Everybody here in the grandstands, they've come down, started congregating around us as we're actually at the Portside Pub right now, and we've got Tiger Acoustic Rock behind us on the stage here this afternoon. But Dan, you know, we always ask everybody, give us a shout. You can find me on Twitter at New York Voice 13.
That's right. I'm on Twitter also. It's at Dan_Kapuscinski. You can also send us an email at info@weedsportproductions.com. Another good way to get a hold of us.
Well, you've met us. Let's meet the third member of our broadcast team, standing by with a guy who's very familiar with the Tony Stewart All-Star Circuit of Champions.
We have sun, we have heat, and we have smoke here in the pit area. Tony Stewart back again with the All-Star Circuit of Champions, and after last year's show and hanging it up on the top of the speedway, you got to be excited for this evening.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun here last year. It's this place is definitely challenging for sure, and it was challenging for a lot of our teams. But a lot of the teams that we had last year have come back this year. We got some new guys, and been looking forward to this race for sure.
Well, it is a different animal out there on the racetrack, and talking to you before we went on here, you said you kind of like it like that, where it gets slick early on and it stays that way throughout the night.
Yeah, I mean, it's New York. I mean, the thing that New York tracks are notorious for being slick, but and that's for the modifieds and stuff. It makes the racing better for those guys, and for sprint cars though, it definitely makes it challenging. So but everywhere we've been this week, it's been slick like that. So by night 3 of the weekend here, hopefully everybody's got their cars dialed in.
And I'm going to guess that you'll take slick over wet and rained out.
Yeah, definitely. We've definitely had enough rain everywhere in the U.S. this year, so I've been extremely happy with the weather this weekend. I wish we could have that all year round.
What is it about this place, though, outside of the racetrack that just gets you excited to be here? Because I know there's a lot of things.
Look behind you. That's what gets you excited, is all the people that are here. I mean, and the facility's awesome. I mean, this is the nicest facility I've ever seen in New York for sure, and probably the East Coast. So, just the staff here is awesome. The track's fun, and just the whole atmosphere here is awesome.
And an opportunity to race up in front of a lot of people. Different people come in to race this event and make some friends along the way.
Yeah, and we got here about 1 o'clock and seeing all the people that were camping and having a big time. So, you can tell this place is just one that everybody comes to and has a lot of fun and is relaxed and definitely enjoys their racing for sure.
All right, well, there he is, folks. Tony Stewart ready to go once again here at Weedsport. 7th last year, looking to crack into the top 5 here tonight. Got a beautiful night, boys. We can't ask for much more.
Always nice to have Tony Stewart in the house, coming off a third-place run last night at State Line. We'll see what he can do here tonight.
Yeah, one thing you're going to notice that's different for Tony this year compared to last year, he's put a real concerted effort into running that 410 sprint car a lot this season, over 35 races already compared to where he was at a year ago. So he's coming in here ready to roll tonight.
When we return here for Off Track TV, we are going to meet a driver coming off his first 358 modified win last night, and he knows his way around the Weedsport Speedway as Tiger Acoustic Rock takes us to break. At the Weedsport Speedway, and tonight you had the opportunity to bring either the big block or the small block, and you opted for the small block. Why?
I just kind of feel like the track's going to be slippery like it was the last time we were here, and we had a tough time getting a hold of it with the big block, so I figure we'll bring the small block that was really, really good last night, and hopefully it's as good tonight and we can keep up with some of the good guys.
Dave, I'm interested to know, we've had a lot of guys move from the sportsman ranks to that 358 division. What has that transition been like for you? Not so much from a driving standpoint, but from behind the scenes, from an equipment standpoint, and getting your race team ready to move up to that 358 class.
There was a lot of we changed shock manufacturers. That was a tough thing to do as far as learning what to put on the car, and with some help of some, good people and stuff, we started to feel like we reeled in a shock package that's working pretty good, because it was really good last night. Sure. We struggled for a couple of weeks on some, on a bad bar and stuff, and we rectified that situation, and it showed last night with a car that was very good and maneuverable, and I didn't have to be married to the bottom. Right. The track was slippery and wide, and hopefully that's what we're hoping that we have today, so that the big blocks don't have a huge advantage with the horsepower and the bite.
I'm sure all those laps in a Sportsman here will probably help you out this evening.
I hope so. I mean, it wasn't bad. We were good in the big block in time trials and the heat race, but when it came feature time, just couldn't go anywhere. We kind of slowly worked our way backwards, which was disappointing for me, because I felt like with the way the track was, my inexperience wasn't as magnified, because the track was really, really slow.
You've started out the season with Mike Payne's Big Block, 2 Super Dirt Series races, 1 at Can-Am, 1 here at the Weedsport Speedway. What's been the biggest learning curve so far running the Big Block against the seasoned veterans?
They're just so tough. Everybody in the field is tough. Every single car, from the front to the back. And I spent some time. Actually, I've spent more time in the back than I have towards the front. And even everybody's fast, so it's tough. It's a lot of competition, and it takes some getting used to from what I'm used to doing. Used to being able to work my way to the front and win races and stuff, to where now it's like if you're in the back, sometimes that's where you are.
Right. It's fun to think about. I remember working here at Weedsport almost 10, 11 years ago, and you were running the stock car class, I think, back then. Talk about a little bit of the progression of Dave Marcuccilli and how you got going.
Yeah, I mean,
right here at Weedsport.
I started here in Weedsport in 1998, racing 8-cylinder enduro cars.
Yep.
And then I did that for up to the street stocks, and then after 10 years of doing that, we decided to move up to Sportsman, and that's kind of when we really actually started doing good.
Sure.
Because before that, I only ever won a race here and stuff, and then we won a race with the Sportsman, struggled for a few years, and then kind of started picking up big wins here and there, and slowly gotten better and better, and then achieved what we felt like was the goal for everybody, to maybe a lot of nights be the car to beat.
Sure. And you've made that progression now all the way to the top, in a way.
Yeah, now I'm starting like over again.
Right.
I did sports for 10 years, and I'm not getting any younger, but hopefully I can have a good modified career, and with starting it off last night with a win, which was the ultimate goal was to be able to win races, and I'm very pleased about that. We just want to get the big block going better, but I think that's going to take some testing and stuff like that, because you got guys just running so many different combinations, guys on shocks, guys on bars or coilovers in the rear, and then guys on coilovers and bars in the rear, and it's just there's so much stuff. When you talk to Randy Williamson, he will confuse the shit out of you with combinations and spring loads and just everything, and I just stand there and scratch my head.
Well, Dave, we look forward to seeing you out on the track tonight. We always appreciate you taking a few minutes to talk to us and everything. I was here that first night you raced that 8-cylinder stock or the 4-cylinder many moons ago, and have watched you progress. And
I think the motor blew in that car the first night. It was like a disaster from the start, and I realized that I wasn't a race car driver back then, and I'm only a half-assed one now.
Give yourself some more credit. Dave Marcuccilli, driver of the number M1. You'll see him in action with his 358 modified here tonight, joining us. Rich Vleck, you're in the pits. You're doing a great job down there, and he is caught up with the most recent winner on Tony Stewart's All-Star Circuit of Champions Sprint Tour.
Well, it's all smiles down here in the pit area, especially for Dale Blaney, fresh off a win last night down at the State Line Speedway. First All-Star win in a while. That's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, real good. It's been, 2.5 years, so making some gains on it. Really haven't raced a ton this year with the rain and everything, so really haven't had any consistent 2-3 weekends in a row to race, but we're learning. We're getting a little better, and last night was a good thing, and hopefully we can just build on it.
One of the things that kind of jumps out to me when I walk through the pits is everybody goes, slick track, and we kind of take it for granted up here in New York, but for you, that's kind of a good deal.
Yeah, it is. Ohio is known to be slick a lot, and Speed Week coming up is going to be hot and slick most of the time, but I just have a really good feel for that, and the guy who worked on my car for a long time was really good at that stuff too, and we just had a good combination, but you got to have a good car to be good in the slick, and we're starting to get there.
So this is a new racetrack for you. A lot of drivers have taken a few more laps, at least here last year. What do you expect to see?
Not sure. I've watched a lot of videos. It always seems like there's a good race here, but but it looks to me like it's a great facility. Hopefully it'll probably get smooth and slick, which is up our alley, but just a matter of me figuring out where I have to be on the track as soon as I can, and hopefully I've raced enough I've always been pretty decent at going to new tracks, and it's always a challenge, but it'll be a fun one.
Well, he's going to hit the racetrack for the first time. Might even go over to the concession stand and pick up some ice cream as well, because that's pretty good here too. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
There he is, Dale Blaney, winner last night down at the State Line Speedway south of Jamestown. And guys, it's hard to believe that a veteran driver like the lowrider here for the first time here in this All-Star Showcase.
Introducing the all-new Chevy Silverado. It's the official truck of calloused hands and elbow grease. The official truck of getting to work and getting to work. Of late nights and date nights. It's the official truck of homecoming and coming home. The all-new Chevy Silverado. The strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. It's the official truck of real people.
It's finally here. The Great Outdoors RV Megastore's grand opening celebration is going on now. Stop by one of our 3 mega locations to help us celebrate the grand opening of our Clay Megastore at Great Northern Mall. Take advantage of all the mega grand opening savings and special factory incentives. Save thousands on over 20 of America's top brands. Save up to 50% on new and used RVs. We offer the highest trade allowances and some of the industry's best easy financing. The Great Outdoors RV Megastore's grand opening sale going on now at all 3 mega locations. We will not be undersold.
The Outlaws and Renegades Tours coming to Weedsport Speedway, starring Travis Tritt. And the Charlie Daniels Band with special guest the Cadillac 3. Saturday, June 22nd at Weedsport Speedway. Tickets available online at weedsportspeedway.com. Get your VIP upgrades before they sell out.
This is 95X.
Alternative rock. Syracuse Rock Alternative, 95X.
Tiger Acoustic Rock bringing us back here off Track TV live at the Weedsport Speedway, right next to the Portside Pub, and we hope you get a chance to get down here. A great show tonight, and when I'm sitting next to these 2 cool cats, I guess I better put my shades on. Dan, we are joined very special guest. Not only is he the driver of the 98H, he is also our boss here at the Speedway, right. Jim Phelps. Jim, welcome to the show. Great night. Great to see everybody here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's obviously a great turnout, and they keep coming in. It's exciting, and guys are doing a great job with the track. Place beautiful, weather's beautiful. We're excited for a great night.
Now, we've got some great things coming up here in the next couple of weeks. Next week, Eastern Storm USAC Sprints return.
Yeah, so the second year for the Eastern Storm USAC Sprint Car Series. The racing's been excellent all year. We've kind of paying attention to it. Excited to get them back and pair them with the big blocks for this round. And it's that 1-2 punch we've been talking about. And I think I think this modified thing is really heating up, and we got a good field again here tonight, so it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, a lot of racing coming up here in the next couple of weeks, but in a few weeks we've got a little bit of a concert that's going to be taking place.
Yeah, the Outlaws and Renegades are coming, so I know Shane's excited. I'm a huge Travis Tritt fan, so I'm excited as well. So, Cadillac 3 fan?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you're going to have to close the gap here. So anyways, it's going to be awesome. It's a first time we've, as a group, taken this on, but ticket sales have been great. They're selling fast, so everybody want to, jump online and get them while they last. And I don't know, we got nervous because it's like the first time we've done it, but awesome awesome response from the community. You know, everybody wants to get rocking again in Weedsport, and we're proud to bring it to them.
It's fantastic. It's always been a goal of your guys to make this more of a multi-use facility, and that's a perfect way to start to make that happen.
Yeah, you know, so we'll see how it goes. You know, hopefully it's a big hit. Hopefully it all goes well, and we can do a good job. And you know, who knows? Maybe next year we look at a couple more.
Perfect.
Now, I make this point every show, and this is my passionate plea to Charlie Daniels to please play Uneasy Rider, June 22nd. Travis Trick, Charlie Daniels, Cadillac 3. They're going to be here. I can't wait. They're picking at the port, Jim.
They're picking at the port.
This is going to be awesome. Hey, before we let you go, not only are we talking about the big track and also the concert, but let's talk about the short port real quick. Go-kart races.
Yeah.
We've got some of those coming up as well.
We do. I think July 2nd.
July 7th?
Yeah, or July 7th.
Yep.
Okay, July 7th. So then we'll back it right back up during the Hall of Fame 100 weekend with a Saturday night special event for them again on, I guess it'd be the 27th maybe.
Yep.
And the first outing for us, I mean, obviously last year we kicked it off with a big weekend. We played with weather and everything else, but great turnout here in the spring, and hopefully we can keep that momentum going.
Now, is there any chance that you guys are going to jump in a cart at any time and race out on the speedway? Because I know a lot of racers. I know Dan has the cart. Do you have a cart in the shop?
Well, I have a cart, but I'm not sure I'd want to break it out in front of those guys. It's kind of
we are going to
like
have
a jalopy.
We're going to have the All-Star Shootout there on the 27th.
Yeah,
we're going to get some dirt guys in carts.
Yeah, I'm hoping maybe we can. I'm not sure I'll be in one. I'm hoping to get Dan in one for sure. Obviously, Dan's got some experience, so we're going to have to keep that kind of a tight-lipped last-minute entry. But yeah, so it's going to be a fun weekend. You know, we'll see what it brings. I mean, I tell you, I have a good time going out with the guys and we screw around, but I don't think I'm ready to jump in with them with the real pros. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Well, we know you're ready to jump into your modified tonight. Big block or small block?
No, we got our big block, and hopefully we're good.
Well, it was always a pleasure to see you. Thanks for having us. Thanks for
guys.
being a part on the show. And Jim, you've done a fantastic job here at the track.
I appreciate all you guys. You guys do a great job, and we couldn't do it without both of you.
Well, he's got to get to work behind the wheel of a race car and also as the general manager and promoter here at the Speedway. So while he gets ready, we're going to toss it down to Rich Vleck standing by with one of the Blaney Racing brothers.
Well, thanks a lot again, guys. Dave Blaney down here in the pit area. He's got a few more starts than a few other drivers here in 410 competition. And you got a car that I know means a lot to you when you roll into Weedsport.
Yeah, you got the Mohawk car here. It's kind of the home team, right? So always fun to come to Weedsport, fun to race, beautiful place, obviously, and nice night for it.
And you've had a kind of an interesting weekend. Able to run on Friday down in Outlaw. Tell me about that.
We ran okay Friday. Started at the front, and ended up third, and pretty competitive first half of the race. And took the night off yesterday and come back for more today.
Hey, that's pretty good. Everybody else is down chasing around the thruway, and you're back up here. And I'm sure when you roll in, you're able to kind of take in all that's going on here and get a look at the racetrack. What do you think the key to getting around this racetrack is here tonight?
Same as every other dirt track race. It's about figuring out, what your car needs on this track, and then in what track condition. It could be really fast, really slow. Lots of grip, no grip. So it's a moving target all the time in dirt racing. That's the big challenge.
That's what we love about it. That's why we love to come out here and see all these race cars. And there are a lot of race cars to contest themselves on a slick racetrack here tonight.
Yeah, you can tell you got a nice facility, nice track when cars show up. A bunch of cars show up for every single race. So that's a telling sign.
He's got smiles, and we all do as well. We're ready to go racing, boys, here tonight, and Dave Blaney is one of the key headliners of this event.
Welcome back, Off Track TV here live at the Weedsport Speedway, coming to you from the Portside Pub. Boy, Dan, I'll tell you what, on a day like this, I could use a cold one.
That's what I've been thinking that the entire 30 minutes.
Tiger Acoustic Rock bringing us in and out. Appreciate all his talents and efforts here tonight. Well, we ask everybody, Dan, to contact us, and we've got time for one quick question here before we go racing. Sweet P12A wants to know, will a small block win tonight? There's $500 bonus on the line. Can a small block pull it off?
Never say never. It's all going to depend on track conditions, Shane. And the amount of water I've been seeing applied to the track so far today, I'm going to say it may be difficult for a 358 to navigate at least early on in the day. You're going to want to be able to get in the redraw to have a chance to win this one. So I'm going to say the odds are in the big block's favor. but never say never.
And, of course, it is very warm. It's over 80 degrees.
Sure.
We have a lot of cars here, both for the big blocks and for the 410 sprints. The big rubber being laid down tonight, that could potentially bring the small blocks into play.
Could.
Right now, it's a 50-50 shot. Who it could be, how is it going to be done? The only way to find out is to put the cars on the track.
That's right. And if you're at home watching right now, you still got time to get here.
That's right. Pack them up and bring them down. Hey, listen, we appreciate everybody joining us here today. We appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate everybody coming here to the racetrack. For Rich Vleck, for Dan Kapuscinski, my name is The Voice, Shane Andrews. The next time Off Track TV Live is on your TV, we will be right here June 27th at the Weedsport Speedway. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you at the races.